Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And when it comes to home cooking, the most important part that to make home cooking sustainable is you're able to cook the flavor that you love and enjoy. And with my fast cooking system, there are 4 attributes, that is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. Now, out of the 4 attributes, a flavor chasing probably is the most important because it's the ultimate test to see whether your cooking is up to par of what you expect. Now, there are more difficult to cook the food to the texture that you want. Texture turns out to be really important, and many people tend to ignore that how critical texture is to make the food taste exactly how you like it. However, of course, there are many aspects in when you come to flavor. Taste, of course, plays a significant role. Aroma also. But if you have the right texture, then you ultimately will achieve the type of flavor that you want. Now, when it comes to texture, nothing more important to have the right texture when it comes to vegetables. Now, vegetables can be easily altered in the texture by how long you cook them. Let's take broccoli as an example. If you undercook broccoli, you will find that the texture may be too crunchy than how you like it. If you overcook it, you will find it to be too soggy. Now, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you from my personal experience the best way to achieve the proper texture for vegetables is to blanch them. Now, this is particularly true for vegetables such as broccoli that has a lot of fiber, and you need to cook it just right, but it can be easily overcooked as well. And this is also true when it comes to cauliflower. Cauliflower also have the same problem with broccoli. If you undercook them, it tastes just not quite right. But if you overcook them, you will find it not right either. Now, blanching has one advantage because it allows you to control how long you want to cook them. And when you come to stir frying, if you blanch them in advance, you will be able to put the final dish together with the texture almost perfect. Now, in this video, I demonstrate I actually blanch the broccoli and the cauliflower in advance, and I also blanch some carrots. Now, you notice the color of the water change because I blanched them in the sequential manner. I started with the cauliflower and then with the broccoli, and I finally blanched them with the carrot. Now, it will take a little bit of practice to get the texture that you want. And once you know how long you want to blanch them, you can time them in such a way that will make it easier. However, the first few times you might not blanch them properly or perfectly. On the other hand, you might also change how long you want to blanch them because for different dishes, you might like them with a slightly different texture, and with some experimentation, you will find out what is the perfect texture for you. Now, blanching turned out to be really useful for vegetables that require prolonged cooking because of their fibrous nature. So, in this dish, I'm going to show you now if I have the vegetable blanch, it makes cooking the dish much simpler. Now, this is a combination of stir frying and blanching. The stir frying part is the chicken. Now, you do not want to blanch chicken because when it comes to proteins, searing the chicken is actually really critical because when you sear the chicken, it will allow you to seal in the flavor. And any chicken, beef, or pork, searing them is very important. Now, when you sear chicken, you want it to be as free of moisture as possible. So this will allow the heat to be most intense. This is the reason I often coat my chicken with cornstarch, because cornstarch is able to absorb the moisture usually we associate with the chicken after you thaw them out. And by coating it with cornstarch, it will provide the texture of the chicken that is moist and tender inside. Now, depending on the amount of cornstarch that you use for coat your chicken, if you coat it with a significant amount of cornstarch, it will actually give the chicken a slight crispy texture. However, most of the time, I try not to use too much cornstarch because I do not want to add additional calories to my dish unnecessarily. Now I also add a tiny amount of sugar in the coating, because the sugar will cause caramelization of the chicken, and the caramelization on the surface of the chicken actually gives great flavor, because a little bit charring makes the chicken taste more interesting. Now the method I use here, I collectively call it shallow frying. Basically is that I fry the chicken on one side and I let it fry for about 20 to maybe 45 seconds. Since the chicken are cut in thin slices, they cook very rapidly. As you notice that as I turn the chicken over, part of the chicken has been take on a brown appearance because the cornstarch. As well, some of them will look there have been charred or caramelized, and this is due to the presence of the sugar. Now this is a very effective method to enhance the flavor of the chicken. The cornstarch also play another important role, is that it tends to modulate the heat in the wok, because the cornstarch almost serves as a protective layer. It keeps the chicken moist and tender inside. Even you do not char it, the chicken will taste better than it normally would. So using this method, it will allow you to enhance the flavor of your chicken. Now this method can be used with other proteins as well. You can use it with pork and beef and shrimp, and all of this will become the similar result. Now the chicken is about, I would say, 50 to 60% done. Now I add the broccoli, which I have blanched earlier. This is followed by some cauliflower. You notice that I did not add all of the broccoli, cauliflower, and carrot that I have blanched earlier. The reason is that I only use part of it because I'm going to save the others for a different dish in another meal. Blanching them has one great advantage, is that you can basically stop the vegetable from going bad because you kill all the bacteria. And the end result is that they extend their shelf life, and usually up to a few days. So this is an efficient way, kind of like advanced prepping, but with blanching. I season the dish with 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce with 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce. Now, of course, this is my personal preference. I love the combination of these 2 sauces. I find that they are a mild way to season the chicken and the vegetables in this dish. The end result is that it will allow me to preserve the natural flavor of the ingredients. In many ways, the best type of flavoring is to allow the natural flavor of the ingredients to come through. This turned out to be the best way to actually both appreciate the food ingredients. The next step is that I add a little bit of water. This allows me to create a light sauce. A few stir, the dish is done. So as you can see, by blanching the vegetable ahead, it will allow you to much better in controlling the texture and doneness of the vegetable, because the final step is basically only takes about maybe 20 to 30 seconds to warm up all the ingredients in the dish to the temperature of the chicken. And by using this method, not only you can control the texture of the vegetables, but you can also accelerate the cooking process. And with this, I think you will find it will greatly enhance the possibility of the dishes that you can cook. Okay, I post a video each day with the goal to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system. And with flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, I hope that you can make home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun. So if you'd like to learn more about my cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.